The 2022 NFL Draft is just about 24 hours away, depending on when exactly you are watching this video. And if you're excited, like I sure as hell am here, like the video if you are pumped to see what the Pittsburgh Steelers do in this year's NFL Draft. You're watching Pittsburgh Steelers Talk by Chat Sports. I am Tom Downey here with my final Pittsburgh Steelers mock draft with trades you can all thank, blame, be thankful for. I don't know, whichever way you want to go. Producer Jeremy for the trades in this one. Now, the Steelers enter this draft with the following draft picks here. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 6, and 2 7s. Pretty straightforward there. They are picking at number 20. And there's been, as I'm sure we all know at this point, a rather large amount of buzz around the Steelers potentially going after a QB, some of which you guys like that, some of you don't like that. The Steelers have draft capital. I am expecting a rather chaotic draft this year. Maybe in the teens you start to get a lot of trade action. So what do you guys think? Who do you want the Steelers to take in the first round? Give me a particular player, not multiple, just one guy, your ideal, realistic round one pick for the Steelers. Let me know in the comments right now. Before we get to pick number 20, the QBs are off the board. In this particular sim that we ran, Malik Willis went number 2 to the Lions, and then Kenny Pickett was sniped by the Pittsburgh Steelers, or by the, no, excuse me, we're talking about the Steelers, right? The Saints took Kenny Pickett. So, QB's off the board. Instead, we're going to go best player available, and that is Jordan Davis. He was there. Thank you, Ravens, for passing on him. At number 20 overall, he is my number 11 player in this year's class. He is going to be an elite run stopper in the NFL, but there is a chance he slides to number 20 because of pass rushing questions. In the modern-day NFL, you do want a player who can actually get to the QB, and Jordan Davis is part of the most loaded defense in a very long time, had massive production in terms of tackles for loss and stopping the run. Not massive for tackles for loss, but pretty decent there. But only 2 sacks. He wasn't a consistent pass rusher. He wasn't great in that area. Now, he only played about 50% of the snaps. There are some conditioning question marks there. Does he give you enough pass rush juice? Given his insanely good athletic testing, you got to figure that, yeah, he'll be able to rush the passer at least a little bit more than what he's able to do. So at least he has the upside to doing so. So pure BPA here at number 20. Instant plug-and-play starter on that defensive line will help control the run game and hopefully, especially with the presence of your other great pass rushers, show more in that area in the NFL. So be honest with me. Do you like the pick of Jordan Davis at number 20 overall? Y for yes or N for no? Open to criticism here. Sound off in the comments section. And while you're down there, subscribe. We're so close. I don't think we're going to get there at the end of round 1, but we'll be there soon. 12,000 subscribers. We'll round and say we're 150 away because maybe people will have subscribed by the time you get to watching this. So join us here at Pittsburgh Steelers Talk for more free videos every single day. Now, before we get to the second round, in the words of Harrison Graham here, wee-oo, 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 trade alert. The Steelers, I got a pretty good trade here, at least producer Jeremy did, right? The Buffalo Bills come calling, and they're trying to move up 5 spots in the second round in exchange for a 3rd and a 4th. So I'm not adding extra draft picks technically. However, I am getting the opportunity to acquire another top 90 pick. That's a no-brainer for me. I jump all over it. And guess who's still there at pick number 57? Well, that's Desmond Ridder out of Cincinnati. Now, Ridder's my number 3 QB this year. I don't love the idea of going quarterback in round 1. The opportunity to get Ridder in the second round at 57 after trading down, now I'm all for that one. If he's your guy, awesome. If he's not, that's okay. You didn't commit the same level of capital, and you got an extra pick out of it, technically speaking, in the end. Ridder is a very impressive pre-snap QB, especially relative to the other guys this year. He processes better in that area. Still needs some post-snap processing work. There are a couple throws per game that maybe just go, what are you doing out there, Ridder? Just air-mailing throws, but he's got a good arm, great athlete as well. There are a lot of interesting traits. In the second round, this would actually be a good pick, even if it is a down quarterback class. So what do you think? Should the Steelers draft a QB this year? Pretty straightforward question. Do you want to take one? You can assume the value's right when I ask you this question. 1 for yes, you do. 0 for no, it's not quite the route guys want to end up going. Let me know what you guys have to say in the comments. We're doing it again. Wee-oo. Producer Chubbs was wheeling and dealing in this one. Steelers again trade down, and again, they get a steal. They get that 4th-round pick back they lost earlier, and it costs them almost nothing. The Cowboys move up 4 spots, give you a 4th in exchange for a 6th. Is that highway robbery? Maybe. I am told that after this trade, producer Jeremy is wanted by the feds for robbery and thievery and all that good stuff. That's an unbelievably good trade, and I would be kind of surprised if it was that expensive. But hey, welcome to the Draft Sim world, baby. In the 3rd round, guy I might have taken where you're sitting originally, John Metchie, the receiver from Alabama. You might have to wait a couple weeks for him to get healthy, but I think Metchie in the 3rd round is once again profoundly good value. When the Crimson Tide, when they needed a play on 3rd down, they didn't go to Jamison Williams. No. They went to John Metchie III. He is a top 62 player for me in this year's class. Very reliable, good route runner. The red flag here, I think he's a good athlete. I don't run the athletic testing, but he's a good athlete. The red flag here is this. More drops than touchdowns. That is an issue in college football and in the NFL, so keep that in mind as it relates to Metchie. But if you get him in the 3rd, home run value there. We'll be breaking down every single pick the Pittsburgh Steelers make in this year's draft live on Chat Sports. YouTube.com/ChatSportsTV. We'll put the link in the comments section and in the description. That way you guys can just tune in. Unlike ESPN, we at Chat Sports will actually break down every pick that happens. So if you haven't already, go subscribe. YouTube.com/ChatSportsTV. Round 3, again, Bryan Cook. Hey, I'm playing with house money here, right? I know the Steelers have re-signed Edmonds. I'm still looking to add another safety, short-term, long-term. Bryan Cook checks in. Perfect value here for me, late 3rd or early 4th round grade. The other safeties are long gone at this stage. Got the size to play in the box if you need him to, and I think he can also do some deep safety stuff, which I think in the modern-day NFL is quite important. He was also a cornerback originally from at Howard, and then he transferred his way up to Cincinnati. Very good tackler. Heard he's a very smart player. Heard good things about his attitude as well. He can kind of get some slot reps for you if you need him to. I think it's a good fit for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Round 4, we're going a lot of Ohio players today, which I'm only just now realizing there. Jeremy, you went heavy with the state of Ohio there. Dominique Robinson, the Miami of Ohio edge rusher here, who's one of my guys. I think there's a chance he goes top 100. He is a little bit older, which is a red flag for some players. He does turn 24 before the season. This is an upside developmental pick. A high school quarterback goes to Miami, plays receiver, then gets flipped over to edge in the middle of the pandemic, and he took a big step forward this year. And unlike a lot of edges this year, he's got the bend and the burst ability from a pure athletic testing standpoint. Not saying he's going to get there as a prospect. That's asking for too much. But athletically, he tested a lot like Danielle Hunter, the Vikings edge rusher, who is oh so good. Upside play, totally worth it in the 4th round. What do you think is the biggest need this year for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the NFL draft? Is it receiver? Is it quarterback? Is it offensive tackle, which would be ideal? But there weren't a lot of good options there, unfortunately. Sound off in the comments right now. Let's double dip in round 7. Another one of my sleepers this year, Bo Melton out of Rutgers. Percy Harvin stylistically type of player here. We'll see how that ends up going in the end. I do like Melton quite a bit as a upside player. Got a 5th round grade. I think he's going to offer you in the NFL some kick return value, punt return value. Didn't do it a lot of Rutgers. Has the traits for it, though. Fucking 4.34 40-yard dash. That's got value in the 7th round. I think he should be in a 5th round player. Finally, Gene Delance, the offensive lineman out of Florida. Look, we're in the 7th round here. We're late in the draft process. It's always a little bit tricky to find a high-end offensive lineman, you're typically not going to. This is a Power 5 player, played at Florida, has a little bit better coaching, decent athlete, a lot of kinks to work out, maybe spends your first year on your practice squad, but Delance is the final pick. Let's recap it then. Jordan Davis, round 1, pick number 20. Desmond Ridder, round 2, pick number 52. John Metchie in the 3rd. We traded up to get Bryan Cook in the 3rd round as the Steelers were wheeling and dealing here. Round 6, Dominique Robinson, I think it was actually a 4th round pick the Steelers ended up having there. Then the 7th rounders, Bo Melton and Gene Delance. So the numbers of picks end up staying the same. Where we got them, of course, changed pretty significantly. So grade this mock draft. A, B, C, D, or F. I want to hear your guys' opinion in the comments section.